Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tarek with Max Wax Packs, and I'm pretty livid right now with what I'm dealing with here. And so, you know what? I'm that kind of guy that I just gonna call people out. I mean, that's the way I've been. That was the way I was when I had my drone company. We had 97,000 followers. Obviously, this is new. We don't have hardly as many people, but I still think it's the same thing. It's important to just call out people, especially con men. And in this case, I'm calling them out. I'm pissed off right now, and I think it's time that we start calling people out, especially on eBay, when these sellers are full of shit. So here's what we've got. What you're looking at right now is you're looking at an auction I won. You can see I've already sent the payment, but this is the auction I won, right? It was a 2018 Encased Josh Allen Substantial Rookie Swatch NFL patch, 1 of 1 PSA 9. Okay, so I win this auction on January 30th. Okay, now let's look at the order details. Here's the order details right here. The order details on the 31st here. Not really sure all of this, but let me see. Let me make sure I got this right. So this is the seller right here, ANGFUR3. Okay, so here's the item number. Here's what I bought. Here's what it paid. And now we'll get to the ship part in just a second. But let's look at something here. So let's go to this message. So I buy this on the 30th. Let me see, is that right? I won it on the 30th, right here at 5:18 p.m. I won it. One bid, $5,000 to this douchebag right here. Okay, and yesterday, I get this message. I tried canceling the order, but it will not allow me. The card was cracked from shipping from PWCC Marketplace. I cannot sell you a cracked case. I need to get it regraded by PSA. Sorry, I got my son coming home. My dog's going crazy. I need to get it regraded by PSA. Can you please submit a refund and I will approve? The minute I got that, I knew something was up. So I went and searched on eBay. And this is what I found. This is the card right here, being sold by the Card Exchange 314. And this guy's got it, and he's got it for 15 grand or make an offer. So now I'm sitting there going, okay, somebody's screwing with me because one guy, I bought the card, and now all of a sudden this guy's selling the card, and I can't figure out what the hell's going on. So I write the guy back, and I'm like, listen, I told him, where's my email? I said, no, here. I just searched PWCC and I did not see the card being auctioned. Not sure what's up with that. I suggest that you send it to eBay Authentication. Let them review it. They can contact me to take care of it otherwise, which is basically calling him on his bluff. If it's cracked, which is bullshit, but if it's cracked, then eBay's going to get it and say something about it to me, and then we'll know, right? And then I've said here, otherwise I would expect the card to arrive. To which the guy responds back to me, shipping out tomorrow. Okay? Now, here's the deal. I then respond back to him because it is now tomorrow, which is today. And here's what I see. I see it's shipped, but when I click track package, this is what I've got. It's not, it hasn't been picked up. It has nothing. The guy hasn't done anything but bullshit me, right? So I'm like, hey, when is it going to be in their possession? Now, in the meantime, I am now firing at this guy, right? The Card Exchange 314. Look, dude, I bought this card. I don't know what you're doing. And I'll be honest with you. I've dealt with this before, and I'm so sick of it. So I came at this guy pretty heated, and he fired back at me pretty heated. Like, hey, dude, screw you. I bought this card fair and square on PWCC. I will own up to the fact that I went after him assuming that he is in on this big charade. And I'll be honest with you, in the past, what we see is somebody with a card trying to do this while somebody else lists the card. They're all working together, right? Somebody's trying to see how much they can get while it's still sitting on auction. I just had this happen, and I called them out, and I called eBay on it, and I ended up getting the card. But you had this, it was the same guy, though, doing two different auctions for the same card. So this poor guy here, and I'm assuming poor guy, I'm gonna take it for what it's worth. I said, tell you what, if you bought the card, and let me show you something. Here is I did do a history search on this. Finally today I saw this. It was sold on the 19th. Okay, so I'm like, listen, dude, if this is your card, show me the invoice. Show me that you bought it, right? And his response was, dude, you're being an ass to me. You're not being very respectful. I'm not going to show you crap. I don't have to. I respond, hey, listen, dude, I just spent $5,000 and I'm not playing around. All right, I've already filed this. I'm going to file this. I don't care. I'm going to make sure that this gets out there if you guys are screwing people over. And the guy responds back and says, as much as I want to tell you to go F yourself, I'm going to show you my receipt now, and you can apologize to me afterward. And sure as shit, he attached his PWCC receipt. He didn't have to, and I understand that. And I sent him a thing that says, you know what, man, I appreciate it. I asked for it at the beginning. He didn't give it to me. Granted, he didn't have to. But it did lead me to be suspicious about it. But I told him, I said, you know what, man, I apologize then. Wish you could have showed it to me at the beginning, basically, but you didn't have to. Appreciate you showing it to me now. I give you my apology for that. Which brings me back to this other issue, right? So assuming this guy's stuff is legit, assuming his stuff is legit, and he did show me an invoice from PWCC for the purchase, so I appreciate it. So as far as I'm concerned, the deal's done. The card exchange guy has a legitimate card. He says it's in his possession. The problem is the pictures here are the PWCC pictures. So I have no reason to think that that is any different than this one, which if I show you my original listing, is right here. The cards, the pictures are the same. Nobody has like, you know, I'm looking at this guy's stuff and I'm going, okay, here's his stuff. If I look at his other things, right? I'm looking and I'm going, okay, this guy outside of the stuff that has come from an auction. Again, this was one on an auction. This is on an auction. He's got granite countertop, and this is on an auction. He's got granite countertops behind all the stuff. So all I'm saying, and this one was on auction. This was on Golden or Heritage, and so was this one, something like that. So all I see is these guys using these base pictures, right? But except that he's got actual ones here. Long story short, though, he still shows the invoice. Fine. Let's just say the invoice is real. He owns it. That's great. Which brings me back to this douchebag over here that made up a complete story. This guy right here makes up a story that the case is cracked, right? But then when I call him on it, he's like, okay, never mind. I'm shipping it out, which is what he sends me here, right? Shipping it out tomorrow. Okay? That's what the response is. Shipping it out tomorrow. Now, since then, I've heard nothing. Okay, I've seen it seems to be a bogus tracking label made, and there's nothing else. The guy's full of shit. What kills me is they tie up my money. I'll get my money back. It's not a worry about losing the money. It's the fact that eBay, it's like they help facilitate this. You got to put them on blast for this, right? eBay, you literally suck. You are probably one of the worst companies to deal with because with all the technology you have, you could search, you could do algorithms, you could search listings. And if a listing is a one of one and the descriptions are the same, your system could call it out immediately, right? And you could catch it. But what good would that do for you? Because then half of the shit that's on there would have to come down. You got bogus bids, you know that's happening. Fake snipes accounts, shilling accounts. I mean, it's so crazy how much con shit goes on eBay, and they get away with it. They let it happen. This is just an example. A $5,000 card, and I've been waiting a week to get it or to see it ship. Money's gone, right? So money's gone for now. I'll get it back, but money's gone. This guy, I don't know what the hell he's doing, but his account is still active, even though I called eBay yesterday and filed the thing with them. I mean, I've got the guy on the phone, and I'm telling him, these two accounts are selling the same card. Something's wrong. Look into it. What's been done? Both accounts are active. Now, if they looked into it, they would have probably had this guy, the other account, this gentleman here, at the Card Exchange 314, show that he's the legitimate owner. All you have to do is have the card in your hand. Show it, right? But nothing happens. So this guy's account is still active. This idiot here that sold the card to me and doesn't have it or made up some bullshit excuse about it being a broken slab, he's still active. And just to put it in perspective, do a video, look at the video, and this is where I'm going with this. From now on, I'm just going to make videos of all the con men that are on eBay and the fact that eBay lets this happen, right? There's a video I just did recently, not too long ago, but a guy that sold me a fake Jordan card. I called eBay. I filed the complaint with them. What did they do? They had me send the card back, and the guy got to relist it again as a fake, authentic Jordan 1985 star card. And they let the guy list it again. So it's one thing to be like a con man, like this douchebag, ANGFUR3, this guy right here who's just completely full of shit. But it's another thing for eBay to know that and let them keep posting and keep putting up there for people like us who are just trying to do good to buy this crap and then have to fight about it. I mean, it's just about as it's about as bogus as eBay's authenticity program, where now they're like, hey, we got the card, we can't authenticate it, but we're still going to ship it to you. Well, where the hell's the guarantee then? This is the kind of crap that I get. Now I think this guy just wrote me back, so before I show you his email, because he might be blasting me, I'm going to read it. He said he accepted my apology. Figured I got scammed by lowlifes out there, and the honest guys always need to help one another. The New York in me comes out, and I lose my temper sometimes because I hate when someone gets screwed. I'm glad you're getting it resolved. Good luck. That's this guy. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. This guy right here, man, I can't say enough. That's his email to me after I was just pissed, and he and I are going at it. And I ended up apologizing. And he ends up being so cool and accepting it and just understanding that the dishonest pieces of shit like this guy here are screwing it up for everybody. But even more than that, eBay gives them the platform to do it. So to you, eBay, it's like, you know, it's like you take a drug dealer, right? We hate the drug dealers. But the guys manufacturing the drugs are the ones that we really need to go after. See, these con men, they're just using a platform. It's the guys like eBay that give them that platform to be con men. And with all the money eBay makes, this is the kind of shit you have to deal with. So piss on you, eBay, for letting this happen. This happens a lot. And what does eBay do about it? Not a damn thing. This guy's account is still active. The guy who sold me the fake Jordan, I got my money back. But it was considered an all sales final, and initially eBay refused to look into it. I'm like, bull, it was authenticity guarantee. So where's your guarantee? And when they can't guarantee it, you still get the card, then you have to deal with it. So I fought them, I got my money back, but they were gonna bail on me. And it was their seller, somebody on their platform using their system. It's a bunch of shit. So from now on, I'm gonna start calling everybody out that does it. All right? And look, you know what? I'm a small fry. I get it. And all you guys may be used to it, but I'm not. And I've spent $750,000 in the last 10 months on eBay buying cards. Don't believe me? Go look. So when some schmuck like this guy tries to con me for $5,000, I'll spend 20 just to make sure that he never gets a chance to do it again. I don't give a shit. It's principle. So to you, idiot ANGFUR3, man, I hope they shut your account down. I hope you get busted. I'm filing a complaint, and I promise you, it will come to your doorstep one way or another. As for the other guy, this guy over here, the Card Exchange 314, thank you. Thank you very much for putting up with me and dealing with this. I appreciate you. God, guys, I'm telling you, man, I'm so sick of this shit, okay? So be careful. And as I find out more details on this or anybody else that's conning people, I'm looking at an auction right now I bid on yesterday. Now, I'm not going to say anything yet. I bid on an auction yesterday, and miraculously, a guy with no feedback, little feedback, outbids me by $100 on a $22,000 card. How, number one, does a seller who sells cards $22,000, the card was up like $25,000 the first time it was listed. That's been relisted. So this is the con in itself, right? How does a seller who sells stuff that expensive sell to a person that has 11 feedback? The only reason, in my opinion, that will usually happen is because somebody's got a bogus account sitting there to make sure that that card doesn't sell for less than they want. So in the last seconds of it, they bump it up. The difference between me and the person before was $4,000. All of a sudden, some guy comes in with 11 feedback and gets it for $22,100. I wrote the seller and I said, I hope that I don't see that card get relisted. Because that's what they're doing, right? And that's a comment on here. People are just bitches about their auctions. Anyways, I'm done with it. I've spent enough money and I'm going to start calling these people out. So look, you don't like me, piss off, but I got a lot of money invested and I'm going to start calling them out. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm pissed today. I'm on tilt right now. These stupid damn con men. So I'll keep you posted on what happens with this idiot over here. And again, a shout out to this guy, the Card Exchange 314. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your patience. Everybody else, God bless. Be safe. Go spend time with your family. My sons just got home, so I'm going to end it here and go hang out with them. Talk to y'all later. Peace.